Hello and welcome to another Flesh and Blood video. This time I'll be opening and showing you what's in the Classic Battles Rhino vs Dorinthia box. But I'll also be going through a little bit of the reasons why I've been a bit quiet on Flesh and Blood of late. So this is going to turn into a little bit of a rant. It's just my personal opinion. Oh, can't even get into the box. Let's just rip open. Just so I get this out the way before we take any excitement away from the new Uprising set that's due to be out very shortly. Now, I've probably mentioned in a few of my other videos that I'm more of a collector than a player. So the following comments are sort of my personal opinion rather than sort of a state of the game, for example. So we've had the whole channel fireball debacle where it certainly seems they were involved in some sort of intentional restricting of supply to inflate pricing of Monarch boxes. Now where's the little tear slip? There it is. Come here. Yeah, there we go. We finally got in there. So there's plenty of videos out there going through the channel fireball situation. I was very fortunate with my pools to get that into focus. Very nice bone vizier. So I was very fortunate with my pools to avoid the sort of fluctuations in the market. I managed to get 2 fables from my cases, so managed to recoup a lot of the very nice cold foil bone basher, recoup a lot of my outlay. So whilst I wasn't directly affected by the channel fireball sort of price gouging to some extent, I can certainly see that a lot of people, collectors like myself, wouldn't be in that same situation and would be sort of suffering quite sort of on paper losses at the moment. So I hope LSS sort of reconsiders some of their strategy in using channel fireball. I understand they probably had some sort of commitments and some serious sort of discussions with third parties like Channel Fireball to secure supply, which helps LSS, but it's only come back to bite them with the way that they've gone through some of their shady practices. Which brings us on to Flesh and Blood 2.0. Now, 2.0 has got a lot of positives. There's no more first edition, no unlimited runs, just the one print run. Therefore, there can't be any restrictions of supply. It means players can get cards easily, cheaply. We get the new fancy looking Marvel slots. And we've also got adjusted ratios on Legendary and Fable pools. So cards that are useful gets into players' hands easily, or more easily. And a TCG can't survive on collectors like myself alone. We need players to help drive the game forward, and collecting is a secondary aspect of that. I understand that, but like I said, I'm more of a collector, so I have to think of these things more from a collector's point of view. So these changes are, at face value, great, but not for me. I've grown accustomed to getting the nice shiny cold foils. Probably OCD to some extent. Now, let's see if I can get into this pack as well. There we go. I like pulling those nice shiny cold foils, and I've actively steered clear of getting anything from the unlimited sets. So that means no foil fables for me, just cold foils for the collection. Very nice Blossom of Spring there. Bring that forward a little more. Now with Uprising, we've got both regular foils and cold foils in the same set, and the adjusted pull rates mean those cold foil big hits, they're lovely, lovely Dorinthia there. Those cold foil big hits are going to be a lot more difficult to pull, and if we'd started out that way, I really can't see that I'd have a problem with foils and cold foils, but where we've started out with separate boxes, I don't know where my brain's at on this. I know I can't have everything, so I mentally ring fence certain products and collectibles to make them out of reach inside my head so I can completely forget about them. And I've kind of done that with regular foils. Now I'm going to be in a situation where I'm introduced into having foils in my set. And I don't know what I'm going to do if I pull like a foil legendary or a foil fail. Is my brain going to tell me that this is not normal and reject it and force me to sell it? I don't know, but I've taken some time away, and I think I've come to an agreement with my brain that I'll give Uprising a chance. There's nothing LSS has done wrong. It's only good. It's just my brain that's refusing to accept these foils. But I've made an agreement with my brain. I will give Uprising a chance. I have got 3 cases now on order. We'll see how we go, see how my brain reacts whilst opening them. But I just wanted to get this bit of a rant out the way and sort of just explain why I've been a little bit quiet on Flesh and Blood of late. It also has sort of made me unsubscribe from quite a few channels on Flesh and Blood just because of the way and the negativity that's kind of been floating around. But that has meant that I've avoided a lot of spoilers for this set. So it's going to be completely fresh for me. It's going to be an amazing experience seeing some of these cards for the first time. And I will promise to do more than 5 minutes worth of research, so I'm not coming in completely blind to what I'm opening. And there we are, finishing up with a Quicken token and just a lovely Dorinthia card at the end there. So there we have the Classic Battles set and a bit of a rant from me out the way. Probably have a few more MetaZoo releases in between, but see you in a couple of weeks for some more Flesh and Blood unboxing.